Hey everyone, Ryan here, or M&R Productions, with a non-LEGO Star Wars review of the 2022 of the LEGO Creator 10298 Vespa 125. This is modeled after the 1960s version of the iconic Italian scooter, and it has 1,106 pieces, no minifigs, and retails in the US for $100 US. So we'll find out if it's worth the money in this video, as well as take a look at all of the cool parts of the design and see how playable it is too, I guess. But it is an 18 plus adult set, so this is mainly for adult collectors to buy and put on a shelf and just look at. So that's definitely the main goal for this set. It's got the all black box art, and then you kind of have this cool blue hue behind it that's a little bit more in the color of a bunch of the Vespas that I saw looking on Google, so that's kind of interesting. I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but that's kind of the vibe that I get from the box art hue. Top of the box shows a different angle. We have the Vespa logo and then a life-size version of the wheel in case you need to know when buying the set. The back of the box shows a different angle of the scooter, and then we can see the actual dimensions and some of the features shown off on the left there. And I really love the photo down here of the actual scooters in use. Like, that is a real old photo of people using the Vespa, and I love it. Unboxing is simple. While they do provide thumb tabs, why would I use thumb tabs when actually, why am I using a knife? I'm not gonna keep this box. Yeah, there we go. That's how you unbox it. Honestly, I don't know what I was doing. Usually I use a knife with my Star Wars boxes because I like to keep them because I'm a dumb collector. But like, I'm not keeping this box. You know, I like this set. It looks cool, but I'm not going to keep it at the end of the day. I just wanted to review it. I like that angle on the front of the manual that they show the front of the scooter. That's kind of cool. Ooh, here's our inside celebrating an icon. You can pause to read if you'd like. Same for the Vespa 125 down here. And tons of pictures. That is really cool to see. Just old 1950s, 1960s. Ooh, a timeline. That's fun. You can see the Regis. That's the original version of the Vespa. And you can see the improvements, or lack thereof. I mean, it hasn't changed all that much. It has retained a very similar shape and size over the years. Just, I'm sure it goes a little faster, a little more efficient. And we can see the perfect name. Is it the perfect name? It says the pastel blue shade that matches the original Vespa is a very rarely used LEGO color, but they did use it last year for the Fiat 500 LEGO set, so they did get some use out of it there. Maybe that's why they decided to make that set in that baby blue color, or the same baby blue color that we see here. It definitely is a color not used for many, if any, Star Wars sets. I mean, most of these sets back here are a little bit older, but yeah, not something you see too commonly across the different LEGO lines. But I'm going to build this up, and we'll see if it's actually any good. I know I mainly review Star Wars sets on the channel, but man, this thing is cool. It's a beautiful blue color, and we've seen this blue color before in some LEGO sets, but man, it just translates so well to the Vespa here. We've got the Piaggio logo front and center on the front of the Vespa. They use this slightly off blue color, and I think that takes away from the look slightly. Also, it doesn't help that my little cousin put that sticker on and it's crooked. Anyway, just above that is a great part usage of the Lego crate piece in the baby blue color. That looks great. And then we've got the light on the top there, and there's actually a helmet hanging from the handlebars, so we'll pull that off and take a look at it. It's not a helmet you'll be putting on any minifigs or anything. It's obviously huge, but it's got a chin strap, it's got some goggles, and it generally has a good shape. So we'll set this to the side. It's something that I don't love having hanging from the handlebars though, because I feel like it puts a lot of weight on this and then it drags the thing down to one side. So definitely not the way I would choose to display it. If I was going to display this set, I'd just kind of throw that in a bin, but it still is something you can have. We've got the big light on the front there, which feels like it's a little high there. See, yeah, it looks like this is bent a little bit in some weird ways, possibly because of the weight of the helmet. But anyway, we have our speedometer right above the light between the handlebars. Pretty nice sticker there. Again, using a longer sticker than necessary. I don't know why they didn't just cut the sticker as the speedometer, why they had to have all the extra blue on it. And you may have noticed that as the handlebar turns, the bottom wheel turns. So we'll turn this wheel and you'll see the handlebar and it moves simultaneously. So you've got a Technic rod basically running down the entirety of that, and it works very well. Very happy with that, and that's basically something that'll allow you, when we get it off the kickstand, to turn it if you're playing with it. Not that this is a playset, this is definitely a display set, but it's nice to have a function like that. You can see more detail around the tire there, and if we turn it, one of my least favorite attributes about the set is this kind of gap. It's a hard thing to get rid of. It's something that LEGO suffered with for years on stuff like that, including on the UCS B-Wing. It's just a weird thing that can happen with some LEGO sets, is you'll end up with this weird gap, and it's just, I don't know, it's hard to either get even or keep together. So definitely one of the downsides to me for this set. Now, as we move into the midsection, we got to talk about the shaping of this thing. You can see it goes straight down and then it has this beautiful curve into the area where your rider's feet are going to go. Just a great curve to it. I love it. And down where the rider would step up onto the scooter, we've kind of got this grippy area, so you got to step, and then the actual area where your feet would rest while riding. It's really cool. Right in front of the feet is a spare tire with the Vespa logo stickered on there. Pretty cool. Obviously not going to actually have a tire there. It's just a brick-built representation of a cover for a tire, but it works well and it's hanging at a very nice angle. I love how basically nothing on this is like 90-degree angles. Like everything's curved nicely. You know, even right here, right below the seat, you can see they use some hinge pieces to give it a slight downward slant. When I feel like 10 years ago, they would have just built it straight and called it good. They've really used some advanced techniques here. And having pulled that side panel off, you get a great view of some of the genius work that goes on beneath all of this to get all of the shapes down the way they are. Back on top, we'll find our main seat for the rider, a passenger seat, and the gas cap underneath the front seat. And the front seat can be removed to, I guess, access the gas cap. It's not really supposed to be removed, but like I think on the actual scooter, they move the seats up to get to the gas cap. I'm not 100% sure on this model of Vespa, but that seems like what you would have to do to get there 100% of the way. But you're not going to be fitting a minifigure on here, obviously. A little bit too big of a seat, but it turns out the Lego Star Wars Buildable figures kind of work. If you wanted to display it like this, it would actually be a really fun display to have if you combine it with your Star Wars collection. So you've got a Commander Cody riding a Vespa. It's pretty wild looking. I think it's as close to scale as you can get for something like this. It's pretty incredible, and you could definitely tack on a second rider in the back if you wanted to. Speaking of the back, we have the flowers held into this box, and you don't have to worry about them falling out during transport or anything. They're actually like built into it, so they're not just loosely laid in there. And then they're all kind of held up by this build here, and you can see it does angle a little bit if you want it to. We've got the taillight below that, as well as the license plate and Piaggio written there again. So usually the license plate has something to do with like the set number, or it'll be a designer's birthday or something. I can't really tell which one that is. It's definitely not the set number, so if you know, let me know in the comments below. Unlike some other Lego Creator Expert vehicles, this does not come with more than one license plate option. And on the other side of the vehicle, we can actually pull this panel off, even easier than the other one, and you can access the engine. I think we have like our little kickstart here, and then you can see they've done some really great work to make it look as accurate as possible under there, and that's all built onto the same design that we saw on the other side, where it's kind of messy, just with some studs sticking out the side to attach everything. So that's pretty cool, and you can see a little bit of ventilation here on this one using some stickers. Again, kind of odd sticker choices to have the sticker run the entire length of the brick in this kind of slightly off blue color that doesn't match the blue color of the brick. I'm not a fan of it. And the last thing I want to talk about is the kickstand, located right below the gas pedal on the right there. All you have to do is lift the model up and push it up. It's very easy to disengage the kickstand, and then you have your free floating Lego Vespa, which isn't quite gonna stand without the kickstand. And the front does seem a little weak. You can see it's a little wobbly there, and I don't know. It doesn't seem like it would be very good for play at all. I can't get it to like ride straight for very long before it will veer off to the side. Obviously, I'm doing it with one hand, so that might be part of the problem. It is not a four-wheel vehicle. It's got two wheels, and the front wheel is very apt to turn. For $100, this set isn't quite my cup of tea. I don't have any attachment to the Vespa. I don't love the design. It's not this striking design like a Star Wars ship or something to me. It's just something for people that seem to really like scooters, and I just don't know how big of a market that is. I hope people that buy it enjoy it. I think it will be enjoyable for those that are into it, but I think that's going to be a pretty niche market at the end of the day. This set to me is still 8.5 out of 10. The stickers and steering issues aside, it's fantastically designed, beautiful model, and I really like it. If I was into Vespas, I would be keeping this thing, but I'm just not, so I'm personally going to get rid of it. But let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments section below. If you enjoyed my review of the Lego 1960s style Vespa scooter, leave a like on the video, and if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching. Peace out.